Hi, my name is Sarita.
And my name is Rena.
We are both past patients with Mexico Bariatric Center, and we are here to break the stigma of having weight loss surgery in Tijuana, Mexico. We will be covering all things bariatric to help you get the most out of this weight loss journey.
Hey friends, welcome to Can You Stomach This?
Episode 8.
Yes.
And our subject today is stalls, which is a very popular subject. We get a lot of questions about it. So we are very happy to be able to do this podcast and hopefully answer all of the questions.
Yes, and intro our new name. Can you stomach this?
Right, we have a new name.
Right, because stalls. Stalls are not fun. They're not easy. But guess what? You can stomach it.
Yes.
You can get through it. You can.
So,
what are stalls?
Stalls, essentially your body is catching up.
Yeah.
Your body and metabolism will begin to adjust to the changes made during surgery. So it takes time to adjust and catch up. And most likely you will have a stall. Don't know when, don't know for how long, but most likely in your journey.
Everybody stalls differently.
Right.
There does seem to be a common trend at the 3-week mark.
Yes.
Yes. I didn't have a 3-week stall
I did not either.
at the 3-week mark, but I did have a 3-week stall. But we'll talk about that later. So, stalls are essentially your body catching up.
Right.
There are some things you could be doing to hinder your loss, but not necessarily. So we do see dramatic weight loss after bariatric surgery, usually in that first 6 months to a year, right?
Yes.
And not all of that weight loss is from fat. Some of it is muscle. Yeah.
Losing muscle decreases the rate at which you burn energy, in turn slowing fat loss.
Yes, and everybody needs exercise.
Yes,
literally every person needs exercise. It's not about weight loss.
Right, you need to keep active like from day one. For the first 8 weeks you can walk, and then after that you can start to do some more moderate exercise.
Yeah, everybody should be exercising. Exercising is vital to your health in general. So what are some other things aside from weight loss that are good for you? What is exercise good for aside from weight loss? What does it do?
Your overall health, your heart, your lungs, your for women especially, your bone loss. I mean, there's overall health.
Yeah. You said heart, lungs, and with your lungs, getting that extra oxygen in helps your brain.
Right, mental health.
Yeah, so much stuff that exercise is good for, and so the thing is, as you lose weight, it is essential for weight loss too. So as you lose weight, your body requires less energy to sustain itself.
Right.
And so that means that like your total daily energy expenditure is going to be a lot different at like 250 pounds than it was at 350 pounds.
What did you say? Explain this.
TDEE, the estimation of how many calories you burn per day when exercise is taken into account. In other words, Sarita, it means how much you eat depending on what you do.
Okay, that makes more sense to me.
Yeah, it does. It makes more sense to me too, because what even is total energy expenditure?
So the best way to navigate your stalls to determine why you're stalling. Are you stalling because of your diet?
Maybe.
Maybe. Adding food to your plate does not mean you'll gain weight.
Right.
We do have that mindset, if we eat less, we lose more. And that's not always true in this case. We need to add protein-rich foods, lean meats.
Yeah, for sure.
Right. Adding protein-rich food contributes to more muscle growth, meaning more calories you will burn at rest.
Yeah. What are some nutrient-rich foods like lean meats? What kind of meats are lean meats? Red meat? Poultry?
Right. Like we had on pre-op. I mean, the lean meats that you had on pre-op.
Right.
Poultry, beef, I mean, some people can't tolerate that yet, but whatever you can tolerate.
Right. And so, like you were saying, adding protein helps you, it was more calories, so it helps you burn at rest, which will be enough to help you drop excess fat, right?
Right. And in addition to the protein, you need to fill your plate with foods high in fiber, such as whole grains, fruits, vegetables. Fiber-rich foods can help reinvigorate your metabolism and regulate your gut flora, giving your body what it needs to beat a weight loss stall.
Regulate my what?
Okay, digestive system.
So, but you said flora.
I did say flora.
What is it? Gut flora. Would that be like my poopery?
That would be my...
What is gut flora?
Your digestive system, flowers.
Okay, so wait a minute. Let me get this straight. So you're saying if I eat like vegetables, it's because vegetables are high in fiber. So if I eat vegetables, it's gonna help my poopery.
Possibly.
Maybe. Listen, for DS patients, there are foods you can eat that do help with odor. Just throw that out there.
She's a DS patient, so she knows these things. Yeah.
So moving on from the poopery.
Yeah.
Another thing that could be contributing to a stall would be activity levels. We did kind of go over a little bit about exercise and moving your body, but let's talk about, are you getting enough exercise? Are you not getting enough exercise? Because I mean, are you overdoing it? Or, because you can overdo it. You can do too much and put yourself into like a stall.
Right, you can, absolutely. I see it all the time.
Yeah, so we can talk about that. So like, surgery is not a magic wand. You do have to work it, and exercise is part of that. Stalling can come from both too much and not enough, like I said. But it is a tool, and you have to use it. And I do say all the time to people that surgery is like buying a saw. So if you go to the store and you buy a saw and you throw that saw over in the corner, or like you don't take it out of the box, then it's not going to cut the wood that you're trying to build a shelf with.
You have to use it.
You have to take it out. You have to plug it up. You have to put it on. You have to pull the trigger. I mean, that's assuming you're using an electric saw, right? If it's either way, it's a power tool. So you have to use the saw. It's not gonna help you build the shelf if you don't use it. And so surgery is a tool. As long as you use it, it will work for you. You have to continue using it forever.
It is forever.
It is lifelong. I mean, being 5 years post-op, it's still a tool to you.
Well, I'm almost 6 years now.
If you don't put your saw on the shelf, it's not going to work.
Right.
I mean, if you don't put your saw to the wood, it's not going to work,
Right.
is it?
I mean, if I don't continue doing what I'm doing, eating right, exercising, then I will be right back where I started.
Right. So, not only do you have to watch what you eat, but you have to move your body,
yes,
like what we're talking about. But not enough exercise can put you in a stall. In that exercise then forces your body to remove stored fat, and anything helps.
Right. So first 8 weeks, walking.
Yes.
After you're cleared at 8 weeks to do more activity, try some other high intense training. You can join the gym, you can take classes. I mean, there's so many things you can do.
Yeah, so many things you can do. And
Right.
everybody needs it.
Don't overdo it.
You don't overdo it.
Over exercising while you're not eating enough will begin to break your body down.
Yes.
Causing moodiness, injury, and slow metabolism, which again can throw you back into a stall.
Yeah, so that goes back to what we said a minute ago about that FDEE, as in like you have to put in what you spend. You have to put in what you spend.
So if that does happen, take it easy for a few days and see if that helps your stall.
Right.
So you're trying to figure out why you're in the stall And this could be one of the things that threw you into a stall. So just see if that helps.
Yeah, absolutely. And then if you are doing all the exercise things, you got that nailed down. Another thing to check into is your fluids. It is so important to stay hydrated. You will hear us say a million times, if you are ever working with anybody in bariatrics and they say, it doesn't matter how much you drink, please run away from that person.
It matters.
Run away. It matters so much. Hydration is the key to weight loss. You literally lose your fat that way. So it's super important to drink lots of liquid because liquids give your body what it needs to function properly. Keep in mind, water is the healthiest option. You should be getting in lots and lots of water.
And liquid also helps the vitamins and nutrients you consume travel to all the necessary parts of your body. So that is super important. It's important for healing. It's important for dropping excess weight. Not usually, but you do drop your excess weight through your urine. So the more you drink,
we pee our pounds.
You pee our pounds out.
Not our pants.
Not pants. No, pounds.
We pee our pounds. We don't pee our pants.
Yeah. So, we don't pee our pants. Well, no. Increasing hydration should help kickstart your metabolism back into action.
It should.
So that's something else to consider, for your stall. Do not drink alcohol. Consuming wine, liquor, or beer, you could be creating a weight loss stall.
Yeah, I mean, look, you can have alcohol after 8 weeks. It's okay.
Right.
But if you're in a stall and you're drinking alcohol, then stop. Because potentially the alcohol is what's causing it. Could be what's causing the stall. And your goal here is to identify the issue.
Right.
And so I'm gonna plug in sugar-free hydration because sugar equals carbs equals fat.
Right.
It's one of our favorite things to say.
Yes, it is.
And so always choose sugar-free hydration. Alcohol is not always sugar-free.
Most likely not.
It's full of calories.
Yes, calories and sugars.
So yes, lots of that.
Carbonation sometimes.
Right. And so at this point, you've gone through your diet, you've checked your activity level, and you've checked your fluids. And if you've checked yourself, then you're nailing that. You're nailing that diet. It's nothing in your diet. If you're nailing that activity level, not too much, not too little, you are getting in half your body weight in ounces, or minimum 64, then it's likely that your body's just catching up. And, that's just part of the process, especially during that rapid weight loss phase, that first year, your rapid weight loss wreaks havoc on our body anyway. And so just don't stress. Follow the guidelines.
Trust the process.
Yes, people say
that all the time.
Yes, you will hear trust the process all the time, and people are like, I'm tired of hearing trust the process, but it's a real thing. Trust the process. Follow the guidelines, and don't stress. Which brings us to stress. Stress is another cause of stalls because your body cannot lose weight if you're super stressing, because
your stress will hinder your weight loss goals. It will slow down your metabolism. So you need to practice healthy habits to relax your mind and body.
You want to do things like take a vacation,
meditate,
get out in nature, go hiking, go for a walk.
Deep breathing exercises. I use essential oils.
You know what? I started hiking after surgery.
Oh.
if you'd have told me hiking. Okay, so look, my version of hiking is like walking some trails in nature, but I enjoy it. If you'd have told me 5 years ago that I would be hiking, I'd have been like, you've lost your mind.
Yeah, I don't like hiking.
I do like hiking. Okay. I enjoy it.
I like essential oils.
Yes, and deep breathing exercises. So you do some deep breathing techniques with essential oils.
Yes. So peppermint oil is great to start your day. and lavender at night. I spray it on my pillow. Sleep
I
better.
love lavender.
Yeah,
listen,
very relaxing.
I'm just gonna be honest. I tell people to use lavender for everything. People's like, my incisions aren't healing. Put lavender on it. I did, and it healed my incisions.
Yeah.
Listen, lavender is like great, but it is super relaxing, which is the point here.
Yeah.
It is very relaxing, and you can also pick up a hobby. Pick up a relaxing hobby.
Hobbies.
Yeah, Sarita, what is one of your favorite hobbies?
Shopping?
Relaxing hobbies.
Shopping.
Shopping. Is that not stressful?
It can be stressful, but I also have other hobbies. So I like gardening.
Okay.
I like cooking. I like cooking with things in my garden.
Ooh.
I like to make my own spaghetti sauce.
You gonna make me some spaghetti sauce?
Yeah.
Oh.
I like to make all kinds of things.
Yeah.
From food from my garden. I do yoga, and I have found that yoga is very relaxing. And we also use peppermint oil there too.
Oh yeah, that's
for
nice.
Our deep breathing in the beginning.
I think I'm scared of yoga. Should I be scared of yoga?
No.
Why not?
Yoga is great for balance. It's great for meditation.
Do you
It's
just
very
like
relaxing.
strike a pose and hold it?
Namaste. You can do that. Namaste.
This is yoga.
Yeah, this is yoga. This is your
Just doing this.
Yeah,
Is there
namaste.
like a technique,
Well,
an
you
angle?
bow. Yes.
Oh,
You're sitting cross-legged and you bow. But
maybe you
anyway,
should teach me more about this.
yeah, I love yoga. So yoga really helped me break my stall. Yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah.
That's awesome.
Really
Well,
helped.
we'll talk more about your stall, but I want to go back to your cooking. So, in addition to cooking, I think you also just like help like fixing things and feeding people.
I like feeding people.
And
yes.
I really like your wraps.
Yay, thank you.
If you haven't seen Sarita's Wrap on the Facebook group, go check it out. It's super good, lots of protein, and it's yummy.
Yeah.
I liked mine heated up.
It's very good.
I had a cold and warm.
Yeah.
Heated
Protein.
melts the cheese. Oh, it's so good. Anyway, check that out. So another thing is, listen, if you can't stand the stall, stay off the scale.
Yes.
Okay. So just stay off the scale, because the scale is going to cause you stress if you can't handle it. So in my stalls, I still weighed. It didn't bother me. I wanted to know. I wanted to know the day it broke. Like, I just wanted to know. I wanted to see what the difference was. I wanted to see what the gain was. 'Cause sometimes you will gain during a stall, and that's okay too.
It's okay.
That's okay. If there's so many reasons you might gain during a stall, and we'll get to that in another podcast. But just for sure, if you can't stay in the stall, stay off the scale, and instead measures. If you haven't already started measuring yourself, you should start measuring yourself. So keep track of those measurements.
Right.
You want to measure like literally everything, like your
Waist.
nose.
Well, okay.
No, I'm just kidding.
Don't measure your nose. Waist, chest, hips, biceps, thighs, your neck, your calves. I mean, anything, any part of your body that will lose inches. Just
Listen, I'm gonna throw this out there. This is not what people talk about, because typically we know what size our feet are by our shoes, but measure your feet for real.
a lot of people lose sizes.
I did. I mean, measure like around and length. I didn't measure my feet when I started this. I never in a million years thought I'd lose 2 shoe sizes, and from like wides to normals.
I lost 1 shoe size.
I never in a million years thought I would lose
I didn't know that was a thing.
But when that happened and my feet got all like slim, I went kind of shoe crazy. So at that point, like, I can see where you said shopping was relaxing, because I loved shoe shopping.
I love shoes.
I loved it. I had to stop. I have so many shoes I've never even worn.
Oh, I have over 100 pair of shoes.
In fact, I'm wearing a new pair of boots that I've had like 2 years. I finally decided to wear them this year. So anyway, but definitely start measuring everything, because even when you're not losing weight, you're shedding fat, and which will make your inches go down.
Right. And you'll lose again.
And what's that handy dandy thing you have that's like you measure? What's that handy dandy thing?
I have the Renpho measuring tape, and I also have the Renpho scale. So I have an app on my phone, the Renpho app, and you can take your measurements with this tape and track the inches on the app. and it kind of like syncs up to it. It's very cool.
You don't have to plug numbers in.
No,
you just like wrap the thing around and press a button, and it automatically uploads it.
Yeah, picks it
I need
up.
to get one of those.
Yeah, the scale and the measuring tape are like
I should really do that.
Cool tools.
Yeah, I think it would be super cool.
So the bottom line is, even if you're doing everything right, make good food choices.
You're exercising,
getting the right fluids.
Yeah, then it's probably that you're still gonna hit a stall. Like, it doesn't matter what you do. You can do all the right things and still hit a stall. It's gonna happen. These stalls can last anywhere from days, months, weeks.
Yes.
Maybe I should have said days, weeks, months.
Yeah, days, weeks, or months.
Days, weeks, or months. These stalls they happen. They're gonna happen. They're part of the process. There's nothing you can do.
We've had our stalls.
We have had stalls.
We've had stalls.
We have had stalls.
Yeah.
We for sure. But you can only help the stalls if it's the diet, the activity.
Right. So I had a 7-month stall.
That's a long stall.
That was a really long stall.
That's a really long stall.
It was really long.
But to me, what's more amazing about your really long stall is the amount of weight that you lost after it without any type of revision or anything like that. So it's not my story though.
So the 7-month stall, yeah, it was long, but I started strength training. I started yoga. And I lost an additional 50 pounds after my 7-month stall. And I was to the point, I hated looking at the scale. And my trainer would weigh me every night.
So it stressed you out.
It stressed me out.
Yeah.
Finally, I got to the point, I said, I don't even care anymore. I'm going to let it go. He's going to weigh me. I'm not even going to look. He was on my Renfo app. And so after I kind of...
Don't open the app.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
After I kind of let go of that, the stress, like it just started dropping off. And
you stopped stressing
I
it.
stopped stressing
So the
it.
stress in that case maybe was slowing your metabolism.
It was definitely.
And that's awesome. And then too, probably you were...
I got serious.
Yeah.
About tracking my food and just really committing to, the exercise and the yoga. And,
Okay. Do you at this point in time, do you still lose some pounds here and there?
I go up and down a few pounds still, but I've been maintaining my weight loss for 4.5 years now. A little over 4.5 years.
Yeah.
So I'm almost 6 years.
I feel like you've reached that that goal, and
I have.
so you're in the maintenance.
I've been in maintenance for
Maintenance
4.5 years now.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But it's a lifelong thing. I have to eat correctly. I have to hydrate correctly, and I have to
use your tool.
I have to use my tool, and I have to do exercise. I have to stay active. That's what I have to do. And I do.
You really
I'm
do.
very active. Yeah.
You are. So for me, I mentioned earlier I did stall. I didn't hit the 3-week stall, but at 2 months out, I did stall for 3 weeks. And let me be completely transparent. I don't remember my stalls. I didn't remember them. I had to go look them up, and I'm gonna plug track in here because we say track everything. And if I hadn't tracked my stall, if I hadn't tracked my weight, I wouldn't have known the answers to these questions.
Right.
But for sure, track your weight. So I was able to go back and look, and according to my tracker, I at 2 months out lost. I stalled for 3 weeks, and then after that, so that would have been in July, right? And then so I stalled again from Christmas until February.
So it's 2 months.
It's a whole nother podcast. So I only lost 4 pounds in that from Christmas to February, and I don't know off the top of my head, maybe later when I think about it. But I would say, just knowing what I know about life and weight loss and this journey, that it was probably my fault that I stalled. It
was my fault I stalled.
I mean, I would say that because it's Christmas, and I don't remember off the top of my head. I mean, I know if I think about it, I will, but it was Christmas, I was probably eating things I shouldn't have. And once you start, actually, now that I think about this, exactly what happened. You know, you start eating Christmas food.
Thanksgiving.
Christmas foods are full of carbs and
after.
it was, but I probably had leftover Thanksgiving food. But anyway, but Christmas to, I mean, Thanksgiving probably started it, just being honest, but Christmas to February, you know, you start eating that sugar and carbs. Sugar equals carbs equals fat. That put me in a stall. And then once, we can talk about this all later, but once you get into that cycle, it's hard to get out of it, especially in winter months.
Yes.
Because in the winter months, you just want to
comfort.
You want comfort.
You want comfort food.
You want
comfort carbs.
And you're not as active.
You're not as active.
You're not as active because of the weather change. And so, but also I stalled again. So then my weight loss was still kind of like, I only lost 2 pounds in February at that. And then, from February to June, I only lost 2 pounds. So that's an even longer stall. So
it's a 4-month stall.
That is a 4-month. I mean, so essentially I lost 6 pounds from Christmas to June. If you
That's
really,
a pound a month.
It's not a lot.
No.
It's not a lot. And then, looking back at that, I lost, I reached my maximum that I could lose with the VSG. I reached that by August 18, which was 15 months post-op, and I'd lost 150 pounds by 15 months post-op.
That's a lot.
Yeah, and then, so I want to say too, going back to the inches, tracking your inches thing. So from the time I had my sleeve in May of 2018 until I had my DS in June of 2021, I had only lost like 2 sizes, like in clothes. But I lost 150 pounds.
It seems like you would have lost a lot more sizes.
You would think
Yeah.
But get this, after I had DS, so from June of 2021 until now, now it's it's October.
October 1st.
It's October. So October of 2022. So in that, what is that?
14 months.
14, 15 months, something like that. Anyway, so in that amount of time, I've lost like, well, depending on what you look at, but I've lost like 4 pant sizes. Like I've lost a lot of inches, almost double the inches. So it wasn't as many in pounds, because I think the pounds, I've lost 210 pounds. So I've lost 60 pounds difference, but the inches really came off.
I mean, I lost 7 sizes, I think. I counted 7. Yeah.
I get confused about sizes.
I went from an 18 to a 2. That's all I know. And an extra large to a small.
Yeah. I went from like 5X to 2X in shirts and pants. Like it was even bigger, even more size.
I mean, definitely you lose inches.
You do definitely lose inches.
Because I'm 5'9". I'm tall, but you know.
Right. So hang in there. You can stomach it. You got this. And let us know if you have any questions. Send us an email. You can call us. We look forward to hearing from you. Until next time.
Thank you.
Bye.
If you have any questions or want to share your bariatric weight loss journey, you can call or text us at 480-999-4826 or send an email to podcast@mexicobariatriccenter.com. You can also follow Mexico Bariatric Center on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Keep in mind, these are the opinions of the host. The views represented do not reflect or define the values of Mexico Bariatric Center. This podcast is sponsored by Emerge Bariatrics and Mexico Bariatric Center. Please visit mexicobariatriccenter.com for more information.